This was going around for a while, and I'm pretty sure this is AI generated, but ladies, let's hear your thoughts. What do we think as Lady Gaga for Harley Quinn?
I mean, she's crazy. She could pull it off. That's my thought on it. Like, I want to actually see things play out before I'm fully convinced. It's definitely she wouldn't be my first choice, but I feel like with the direction of Joker in general, it is a lot more, I guess, artistic and different. Um, so I do think it could work, but I
Mhm.
really want to see it first. And I think that going that really weird angle could pay off,
Hmm.
but we'll see.
Let me ask you guys some theories. Like, what are your theories for Joker 2? Like, we know it's going to be a quote unquote musical, but I'll tell you my theory. So
Uh huh.
I think in the movie they're gonna have it so that, and maybe this is totally like a basic bitch premise, but I
Right.
think this is what they're gonna do. They're gonna make it so that he's in Arkham, obviously, and then the musical aspect is gonna kind of be like in his brain,
Yes,
like
that's
he's
what I
just like,
think too.
yeah, he's like thinking
Okay, I get
about
what you're
like,
Kind
saying.
of like even in Joker where you couldn't completely differentiate between okay, which part of this like talk show is real and which part of it's in
mhm,
his head. And so
mhm.
I almost think that's going to be played out in a very similar way to where it's going to be like okay, what's real and what's not and what's imagination here, and it'll
Mhm.
be up to the viewer interpretation, I think.
And
I
go
I said
ahead,
this.
go ahead, Michelle.
I was gonna say I said this from the moment I saw there's gonna be it's gonna be a musical. Lady Gaga's gonna be Harley Quinn. The Joker 2 will either be an epic piece of art or it's gonna be a total disaster.
That's what I
Yeah,
think.
There is
yeah.
0
That's
in
yep.
between.
Yeah, and I think she is definitely gonna be Harley Quinn, but I
Mhm.
don't know if we're gonna see her as Harley.
Right.
Kind of like the way we didn't see the Joker as the Joker till like the very end of the movie, because he was like, when he finally became like when he became the Joker was like basically the end when he went and shot that guy in the face. Like that was
Right.
when he became the Joker. So I think like if we see Harley Quinn as Harley Quinn, we're gonna see her as Dr. Quinn for like the longest
Mhm.
time, where she's trying
Medicine
to
woman.
help him. Yeah, the medicine one. We're gonna try and like we're gonna see her trying to help him and blah blah blah. And then he basically getting into her head
Right.
and kind of like turning her and that and maybe if that's the story, maybe it shouldn't have been called Joker too. Maybe it should have just been
Right.
called like Quinn or Harley.
Yeah, yeah.
Hmm.
That would have
Well, it
been
is called
more accurate.
whatever it is, Crazy for Two or whatever is the actual translation.
Oh,
And
is
again,
it?
yeah, and I
I didn't know that.
can't verify these pictures. The person that sent them to me, I
Mhm.
can't 100% verify. And some
No.
people are claiming that these came out and they're fake pictures that were put together when it was first announced.
Yeah, I think
But
this
that
is
being said,
AI.
what I have heard about the plot is
Mhm.
basically what you guys are saying. Is
Mhm.
Yeah.
that that Joker's in Arkham. He's being examined by Harley, and the musical aspects will come in as her dissension into madness. Now,
Mhm.
you also brought up, Nina, the first movie comes from the perspective of an unreliable narrator in the Joker, because as
Right.
we see near the end, the twist. So I'm curious to see how this is going to be, simply because we have two unreliable narrators
Yeah,
now,
yeah.
Right.
and Lady Gaga has proven that she kind of has some chops. So we'll have to see what she can pull
Right.
off with this.
I
And
mean,
she can
even
sing. She can
oh
sing.
yeah, she can. And the thing is too is Joker was so dark, and this time I think they really have to commit to sticking with that. Keep it
Yes.
dark, keep it weird, keep it uncomfortable for people. Like because to
Agreed.
me that's what made Joker so great.
Mhm.
And so you got to stick with that theme.
Agreed.
Do you know what, as Tom was talking, I really okay. Again, I do think it's going to be either epically awesome or
Mhm.
horrible. I think
Mhm.
Yep.
there's not much in between here. There's not space for much in between. But I actually, as he was saying, it's like I could see him being able to pull off something pretty cool, like with
Mhm.
that, because like you were saying, we got his descent into madness in the first one. And
Mhm.
if it's like you just watch him bring, like, kind of push her down that ascent to mad, like, I don't know,
Mhm.
you could do something fresh,
Right.
Yeah.
but similar and make it really cool.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it definitely has potential. It
Yeah.
has
Yeah.
potential to be like a really, really good fucking movie. And again, this is one of those times where he proved himself in the first one. So I'm willing to trust him for the second one and be
Yep.
like, you know what? I am going to watch your movie. The first one was pretty
Mhm.
incredible. You achieved something amazing. I never thought I would ever like another Joker movie ever again. 'Cause I was like,
Yes.
who fucking cares? Another Joker movie. And then I was like, holy shit, this Joker movie was actually amazing.
Mhm.
Mhm.
So maybe they're
I'll
gonna
give this
maybe
one a
it's gonna
shot
do it
because
again.
I was completely against the first. Like I was so against the first one.
I was a little bit like I wasn't so against it, but I was like,
No,
this
I
is
was
so
dead set
unnecessary.
against
Like,
it.
who cares? Why do we need another one?
Yeah,
No.
Exactly.
I went into Joker just not sure what I was gonna think. I was like, this might be really boring. It might be like
Mhm.
I almost felt one of my earlier impressions was like, oh, this is a little pretentious, like they're trying to be all artsy, but they were
They
like they actually
literally were.
pulled it off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what
Man,
I
it's
was like, too,
funny.
because it's like, oh, go ahead. Sorry, Michelle.
Oh, well, you can say what you're gonna say. I was just gonna say I'm the total opposite. From the time we first saw his, like where they just showed us him and the makeup and his
Mhm,
face
mhm,
change, I was
mhm.
like, oh. And then when I saw that first trailer, I watched it like 5 times. I was like,
Yeah.
this is gonna be awesome.
Well, no, my thing was before the trailer, like when they announced it, I was like, "Ugh, another
Yep.
Joker movie, like who cares?" But then I read that, it's gonna be Buddy. Oh my God, what is his name? Joaquin Phoenix.
Mhm.
And I
Yeah.
know Joaquin Phoenix is super talented. So
Yep.
then I was like, okay, wait, Joker? Joaquin Phoenix Joker? Like that could be kind of fun. Like
Yeah.
that could actually be really, really fun. Because I think like when I heard about Joaquin Phoenix, I was like kind of like, well, he's more fun than Jared Leto. Like,
Yeah.
and we had Jared Leto Joker. So like
Well,
why
that was
not
my
why
first
not
thought.
Joaquin
Besides,
Phoenix?
yeah, was like I'd rather have Joaquin Phoenix than Jared Leto.
Oh yeah.
that
And
was me too.
I didn't even hate Jared Leto's Joker.
I didn't either.
Me
I know
either.
a lot of people disagree with me there, but I didn't hate it, and I felt like his Joker was just a lot more campy.
I agree
Yes.
with you. I
Yeah.
I
agree
would
with you.
have
I didn't
I
hate it
wouldn't have
either.
cared about Leto's Joker had we found out that he wasn't the original Joker. If we found out he was like Jason Todd, then I'd be
Mm.
fine. Because he does seem way too young to be the Joker. Like, even though him and Ben Affleck aren't that much different in age, like,
Mhm.
I'm pretty sure Jared Leto's a vampire. So,
Well, he
like,
does do weird shit in the
he's like
desert. I don't know
eternally
what he's
24
doing.
or 26. Like, he doesn't age.
Yeah, he
And
does weird shit in the desert though, Tom. So
he does. That's
there's
probably
some
what helps.
Midsommar shit going on in that desert with
But
that
no, like my
guy. I
first
don't
thought
know.
when I saw the Joker movie thing, I'm like, oh, it's just gonna be a ripoff of Taxi Driver and the other one that Scorsese did, and it was. Don't get me wrong, but it was
Had
done
Taxi Driver
so
for sure.
fucking well,
Yeah.
right? It reminded me of when you watch like one of your, when you used to see cartoons back when we were kids, and they would basically do an episode that was obviously inspired by a movie, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that, so
Mhm.
in that respect, I'm like, okay, clearly I have no issue with that. That was fine.
Mhm.
And then the other part, though, I had a problem with before I saw the movie is, oh God, we've already had a Joker origin story. It was called Batman, and it came out in 1989.
Mhm.
Most people forget that's really what the first movie was. It wasn't a Batman origin story. It was a Joker origin story.
Yeah.
And then besides from the joking side of that, I was just like, I just don't see the reason for it. Because why would I want something Batman without Batman in it? I'm so sick.